huge Independence Day 4th of July sale. We're talking an 80,000 square foot showroom full of savings. Beautiful sectional starting as low as $19 per month. Check out the Dunwell Power Headrest Sofa with savings up to $200. You can save up to $600 on select queen storage bed with dresser and mirror sets. And right now during Blockers Furniture Independence Day 4th of July sale, mattresses start at just $3.99. And all outdoor furniture and accessories 25% off. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala. See store for complete offer details.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Tuesday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the studios of WOCA Radio, just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida, with an announcement coming this Saturday at 10:30. You'll have a new show coming on the radio here. It is out of South Florida, and it is called The Bitcoin Show, radio show. And they will have a discussion. This show will be about all kind of electronic coinage and digital coinage, not just Bitcoin, but all different varieties. And they'll give you a conversation about it and an explanation and some in-depth analysis every Saturday at 10:30, starting this Saturday with the Bitcoin Radio Show. A guy who knows a little bit about Bitcoin, Galen Unal, joins us as he does every day. He's from Life South, brought to us by the good folks at Just Shipped, Penn Flooring, and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. Galen, good morning to you.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? How are you?
Looking forward to that show on Saturday, something I don't know about a whole lot about, Bitcoin. We're going to have a new show. It's a half-an-hour show that delves into the analysis and what actually is Bitcoin. So I'm looking forward to that Saturday.
Yeah, I know enough to be dangerous. I mean, right now it's probably the most actively traded investment in the world, and so when you look at it, it has these huge swings, not by the day, but by literally the hour, and it's a bunch of micro investments. So it's really fascinating to watch. I'm slightly invested in it, not a large chunk, but both my boys are, and because it's just the future.
We're going to
it's the future of currency.
Well, we're going to join the Bitcoin Radio Show Network. We'll be the newest
cool.
newest radio station partner with the Bitcoin Radio Network. So, looking forward.
And I know a lot. Yeah, a lot of people are afraid of it. A lot of people think that, oh, this is wrong, this is bad, and oh, it's for buying drugs and things like that. It's a little deeper than that. And so I hope people give it a listen, and maybe they can begin to understand it. And I've listened to this show on the internet, so it'll take away a lot of the myths that are out there.
You've heard this show then, so you've heard this show.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
One of the hosts is in down south in Florida. The other host is in Spain.
Yeah.
How about that technology? That's good technology.
And I heard about it on another investment podcast that I listened to. They had him on, and I heard about this, and so I've listened to a couple of episodes. It's very good. That's what I will tell people. Just give it a listen, and because right now in this current climate of no one knows what in the world to invest to, Bitcoin is just a different.
Is it safe to say one of the advantages of Bitcoin is it's not controlled by any government?
Yeah, absolutely. And part of the concern, and this sounds crazy, but if there is one market that has been impacted more than any other by the huge issues of both fuel costs and the war in Ukraine, is Bitcoin, because some of the biggest Bitcoin miners in the world were in Russia and in Ukraine, and both of those markets were kind of toppled, which is why Bitcoin went from, I think the high at one point was like 36,000 per coin. It's now right around 21,000. And so depending on how you think this is going to grow, it's either going to rebound really, really strongly, or it's going to continue to go down. So, and this show talks about a lot of the ones that are out there that are fake and that they've proven are nothing more than a pyramid scheme, whereas true Bitcoin isn't. So give it a listen. There really is some. It's a pretty cool show. I think everybody will enjoy.
Yeah,
it.
they're going to talk. They said they're going to talk about the trends. They're going to talk about different coins besides Bitcoin. Bitcoin, of course, will be one of them. But they'll talk about what happened. They'll explain to our market what happened with the Doji coin, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. They're going to talk about some new coin called Pi. There's 3 or 4 new coins. Plus, they're going to tell you the ins and outs of how to understand fakes and how to recognize them, so you don't get caught up in a pyramid scheme. So I think it's going to be it's going to be an enlightening show, and one that's needed right now because, as you said, gold is not the number one traded commodity right now during this downturn. Bitcoin is.
Well, everybody who wanted to buy gold's already in gold. So when you look at the volume of gold, it's just not moving.
No.
Because everybody's like, I'm not touching it.
I'm not messing with it. I got it in my safe, and I ain't moving it.
Well, most people have gold shares. So, very few people actually own a bar of gold. I know a lot of people think that's the way it works. It doesn't quite work that way.
You mean somebody doesn't have a pallet of gold in their garage somewhere?
Well, they might, but most people just own a share.
No,
So,
no. But I'm really looking forward to this show because, like I said, I am a virtual ignoramus when it comes to Bitcoin. I know that there's such a thing as Bitcoin, and that's about it. That's all I got. So I'm looking forward to the show, and it's 10:30 Saturday morning.
I'm going to give you 2 things, 2 pieces of information, and this really changed my mind on it. Elon Musk is for it, and Bill Gates is against it.
Well, that's still, I'm investing $5 right now.
Well, that got me interested. I was like, well, I'm against pretty much everything that Bill Gates is for.
And I think Elon Musk is on the right track, so I'm good.
Yeah, so just think about it that way.
One guy used to be the richest guy in the world. One guy is the richest guy in the world.
One is still the most evil person on the planet.
One guy invented an electric car and a rocket company. The other guy stole Microsoft Windows from Steve Jobs.
Absolutely. And again, I've said it on this show dozens of times. Bill Gates is the most evil person on the planet.
One guy wants to.
And I mean, and I'm not saying like a bad person. I'm talking pure evil.
Right. Like Pinky in the Brain.
That's right.
One wants to rule the world. The other one's insane. You figure out which one we're talking about.
The largest investor to the World Health Organization and Planned Parenthood. Okay.
So, one's a guy that is 2022, and the other guy's a thief of software.
Well,
allegedly. Allegedly.
And it's sterilized entire countries, or that's what he was attempting to do.
Allegedly.
No, it's not alleged.
No, I just have to say that so that radio station doesn't get in trouble.
No, it's not alleged. I mean, the World Health Organization was found guilty of sterilizing hundreds of thousands of women in Africa.
All right,
that's a fact.
That is a fact.
That is an absolute fact.
Hey, speaking of absolute facts, one of the listeners to the show got a little aggravated last week, and he sent something in that I think you're going to enjoy. We'll talk about that after the break. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. It says WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through A Wealth Management, LLC.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Do you suffer from joint pain or anxiety? Natural Life CBD Kratom and Kava can help. Our CBD certified associates will consult with you. Chocolate, gummies, CBD oil. We have Delta 8 products with quality you can trust, all held to the highest standard. Natural Life has 2 locations to serve you, open 7 days a week, located in the S Curve and in the Heathbrook Shopping Plaza. Give them a call at 352-355-3040. And if you stop in and tell them you heard it on WOCA, you'll receive 20% off your purchase at Natural Life CBD Kratom and Kava.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. Galen Unall from Life South is on the phone as he is every day, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Penn Flooring, and Just Shipped. Galen, so remember last week I had Spin Magazine's top 20 Westerns of all time?
Sure.
And remember how we agreed with very little of their list of the top 20?
Yes.
Well, a listener who's a loyal listener, Rick, he's been a loyal listener. Matter of fact, he was back in 2012. He was one of the 2 people that won tickets to the Masters from this radio station. You know, he's been a listener a long time. He accompanied me to the Masters in 2012. So he sent in a text to me over the weekend that he did some research, and he goes, "Here's a list. It doesn't have Shane in it, but this is a better list for us Western lovers than that garbage you read on the radio the other day."
All right.
So I think
By the way, I saw The Man Who Shot Liberty Vance again because I'm on vacation this week. Yesterday.
Yeah.
What an incredible movie.
Yeah, I watched Comancheros last night, by the way.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a great movie.
I'll watch that today.
Yeah, I watched Comancheros last night.
My wife is literally like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching Westerns."
Yeah, that's what my wife's like.
What?
My wife's like, "What are we watching?" I go, "I'm in the middle of Comancheros." She was like, "Great."
I'll see you tomorrow.
No, she actually sat down and watched the movie and enjoyed it. She caught it in the middle of it. I explained to her what was going on. She enjoyed the rest of it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And then I saw The Shootist as well.
And last
Another
night,
John Wayne.
by the way, last night
Jimmy
after Comancheros, it came on Western, Encore Stars, Encore Western, but I didn't watch it because it was too late. But I did record it so I can watch it this afternoon. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
It's just 3 different movies. It's a little slow. It's not on my top 5, but it's a great movie.
Well, Rick sent us the top 10 greatest Western movies of all time, is put together by ScreenRant.com. Okay. Number 10 on the list, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966.
I have no problem with it being in the top 10. I mean, it changed. The close-up of the eyes, again, we've talked about. Okay?
Number 9 on the list, you're not going to like it, Unforgiven.
It's not a terrible movie.
No, but
I
don't think it should.
Too high?
I think it should be a little higher. Unforgiven's a pretty good movie.
I don't know if it should.
With Gene Hackman and everything. Oh.
It's a great movie. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
But I got to see what he's going to.
Number 8.
The way I do it is should 8 be better than 9?
Well, 8 is better than 9. 8's better than 9.
Okay.
Number 8, The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Great movie. Definitely better than the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Not everybody agrees, but so far,
I think it
I
is.
have nothing wrong with this list.
Number 7, Tombstone. Remember,
Good movie.
it was left off the list that we remember. It was left off the list we did last week.
Not everybody loves it. I think it's fabulous.
I think it's a great movie. I think it's the only movie I can watch with Bill Paxton in it without getting
That's
angry
correct.
about how bad an actor Bill Paxton was.
And is it better than Unforgiven?
Yes.
I have no problem with that.
No.
Sure.
Number 6 on the
Is it
list.
better? No, hold on. Is it better than the Outlaw Josie Wales? No.
That's debatable. It's debatable.
No, it's not. And you know it's not.
No, you know
But go
why?
ahead.
You know why? For the one scene. You're going to pull that smoke wagon, or you're just going to stand there and bleed.
Yeah, I guess. But there's okay.
Val Kilmer
right.
with the Huckleberry. Come on. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
It's a great, I think, Jesse, okay. I may watch it today.
Number 6 on the list.
I may add that to my list.
Number 6 on the list. The 1960, The Magnificent Seven with Yul Brynner. We said that last week. It should have been on the list.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. And it, by the way, it is better than Clint Eastwood's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Movie there.
Number 5 on the list. You watched it yesterday. Lee Marvin, Jimmy Stewart, John Wayne, the man that shot Liberty Valance.
So he's
Such
got
a great movie.
4 movies better than that.
Yeah, there are 4 movies better than that, and they're pretty good movies.
All right.
Number 4 on the list. 1956, The Searchers.
Great movie.
It really is a good movie.
It's not better than
The Man That Shot Liberty Valance.
It's not.
No.
I'm sorry, it's not.
But it's a great
It's
movie.
not. So his list is not great. It's been okay so far.
Number 3 on the list. Not the 2000 version, but the 1969 version, True Grit.
Well, Liberty Valance is better than True Grit.
I think Liberty Valance is the best movie ever made, a Western ever made. So, I think it should be number 1. But
Okay,
True Grit,
his list is, and I'm going to go so far as Josie Wales may be better than True Grit.
ooh, I don't know about that.
I have to think about that one.
Number 2 on the list. This
Yeah.
is a movie that made number 2 on this list. Didn't even make the other list. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah, I don't know how you take that movie off. It's arguably the most iconic movie made of the 70s.
Well, I don't know if it's the most iconic movie made.
Okay, without Butch Cassidy, there is no Robert Redford.
Without The Godfather, there is nothing worth watching in the 70s.
That's fair. You're right. You're right. The Godfather's the greatest movie ever made.
Thank you.
No,
Godfather
that's a fair
2
point.
was also in the 70s.
All right, you caught me on that one. That's
Rocky was in the
absolutely
70s.
correct. Yeah, Rocky is better. But it's a great. Okay.
Robert Duvall going, I love the smell of napalm in the morning is in the 70s.
No, it's not. That's not a better movie.
Apocalypse Now is a great movie. It's a great movie.
I didn't say but it's not better than
The Deer Hunter was in the 70s.
Oh God, The Deer Hunter gave me nightmares. I saw that movie in the theater with my father, and I was probably, what year did that come out? 76?
78, 77.
Yeah. All right, because he had to babysit me for summer.
Mao.
And we went, and that movie gave me nightmares.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it did.
As an 8-year-old, no bueno.
By the way,
don't take an 8-year-old to see
Deer
Deer Hunter on the big screen.
While you think Butch Cassidy, I understand you're saying about the 70s. You're from the deep South, pal, just like me. Smokey and the Bandit was in the 70s. Okay.
I know you're right. I for quality of movie. No, I've seen Smokey and the Bandit probably 100 times more than I've seen.
There you
Cassidy
go.
And, the Sundance
and by the way, don't get me wrong. Great song, Raindrops Keep Falling on Your Head, came out of the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance movie.
Sure it did.
But it's no Eastbound and Down.
No, it's not even. It's not even.
Number 1 on the
All right,
list.
you got me.
Number
You
1
got
on the
me.
list would not be my number 1 on the list.
So what you're saying is that may be the dumbest thing I've ever said on this show.
It could be. It could be. Number one on the list, I would not put this as number one. I'd put it about number 5 or number 6. But it is a great movie, but I don't think it's number one because I think Man Shot Liberty Valance is the best movie Western made. John Wayne, Ricky Nelson, Dean Martin, 1959, Rio Bravo.
Oh, Rio Bravo is...
I mean, they did the same movie in El Dorado.
They did. No. Red River is better.
I mean, Ed Asner's in this movie. You know, it does have Ed Asner.
Make it. I'm thinking. No, it's definitely not better than the Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
This list was better though than the one I conjured up.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't even know if I put that in my top 10.
So here's the top 10 again according to this list.
It's not. He's got 3 John Wayne movies.
Now,
he's obviously a John Wayne.
He's got
movie.
the ScreenRant.com is where this was from. The Good and the Bad and the Ugly is 10. Unforgiven is 9. The Outlaw Josie Wells is 8. So there's Clint Eastwood. Then you got Tombstone and The Magnificent 7. Then you got John Wayne, Butch Cassidy, John Wayne.
So 4 in the top.
Yeah, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, The Searchers, True Grit, and Rio Bravo are 4 of the top 5.
I think McClintock is better.
It's probably my second favorite John Wayne movie after The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
I understand why Red River.
Oh, McClintock, you throw a great party.
Yeah.
The drunk Native American guy on the horse.
He's fantastic.
Pilgrim, you caused a lot of problems around here today. Somebody ought to bust you in the mouth. I won't. The hell I won't. And then he threw his cowboy hat up on the weather vane. He always threw his cowboy hat up on the weather vane. And it had not only to have one of the best looking women in Hollywood history, Maureen O'Hara, but it also had Yvonne DiCarlo, who became Munsters fame, the wife of the Munsters, but she was a very good looking woman by herself before she became the wife of the Munsters. It was good. Oh, and Stephanie Powers, a young Stephanie Powers was in that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
With Dick Van Dyke, Jerry Van Dyke, Dick Van Dyke's younger brother was in that movie. Oh, it was a great movie.
So I watched, I watched The Shootist yesterday.
It's a great movie. Ron
Lauren
Howard.
Bacall is in that.
Ron Howard.
Jackie Stewart's in that.
Yep.
And John Wayne. And then, what's his name in it from MASH? The head doctor.
Alan Alda.
Alan Alda. No, not that.
McLean Stevenson.
He was is that his name? I don't know his name. He was the guy who was in charge of MASH.
Colonel Potter or Colonel Blake?
Yeah, I don't remember. He's one of them. He's
Colonel Blake was Colonel Potter. Sherman, the guy that played in Dragnet.
That's it. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
That would have hurt my brain. Thank you.
That's why I'm the trivia guy, pal.
Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of trivia, you know where you can come play trivia tonight? 7 o'clock.
Where's that?
Crazy Cucumber. Yours truly will be the host. And you're pretty good at trivia.
Awesome.
You can come get you a $25 gift card. You're pretty good at trivia. Well, if I asked Florida State sports trivia, you'd be pretty good.
The FHSAA.
Yeah, if I ask you, who the starting running back was for Vanguard High School in 2007, you'd probably know. Hey, but the list. Thanks, Rick, for sending that list in. It was it was much better list than what I had.
It was better.
You may have a job in radio, pal.
Well, if he stole it from the internet, he definitely does.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what we do. We got to take a break. We'll be back. One more segment with Galen. It'll be next on Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
You USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott has lashed out and blamed President Biden for the deaths of 46 migrants whose bodies were found abandoned in a tractor trailer in sizzling temperatures in a suspected smuggling attempt. San Antonio Fire Chief Charles Hood.
The patients that we saw were hot to the touch. They were suffering from heat stroke, heat exhaustion, no signs of water in the vehicle. It was a refrigerated tractor trailer, but there was no visible working AC unit on that rig.
A Wisconsin Boy Scout on the Amtrak train in Missouri that derailed when it collided with a dump truck comforted the truck driver before the man died. 15-year-old Eli Skripczak rushed to the driver's side once he escaped from the mangled train. He found the driver in a ditch and talked to him as he passed. The driver's death was one of 3 fatalities from the collision on Monday. USA Radio News.
At Progressive, we know there's nothing like the feeling of riding your motorcycle with your buddies on the open road. It's a potent cocktail of thrills, laughter, and pure adrenaline. A feeling that would be impossible to recreate on the radio. Until now. Hit it, sound effects guy.
I'm real proud of you, son.
Well, that was terrible. Our apologies for even trying. Quote with Progressive and see if you could save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Blue Star Medicated Ointment gets 5-star reviews from our loyal users for fast relief of the pain and itch of almost any skin irritation.
Blue Star soothes insect bites and fungal infections.
It really works on the summer rashes I get every year.
I had psoriasis on my elbows. Blue Star worked wonders.
Amazing stuff. Smear a bit on and the itch is gone.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast, or your money back.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck. You don't get to be the league's all-time leading rusher without feeling some pain.
Pro football legend Emmitt Smith knows joint pain, and he also knows the old treatments aren't the only treatments. Today, there's a natural alternative to drugs and surgery. It's biologic therapies from QC Kinetics.
I'm talking regenerative solutions that encourage your body to heal and repair itself.
Do you have pain in your hips, knees, shoulder, lower back? Want to get your life back? The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics can help.
Call to learn more about this exciting natural way to deal with chronic joint pain.
Don't put it off. Call QC Kinetics. Restorative, regenerative solutions with no downtime and lasting results.
Don't let your joint pain keep you from doing the things you love. There's a new natural solution that patients are raving about.
QC Kinetics.
Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics. 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. QC Kinetics. 400-4550.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hey folks, you need to know all about Bob Wine's war on inflation with their fabulous warm weather deals this week. Now listen, the whole long list of your favorite fruit, starting with blueberries, they're all on BOGO this week. They've got loquat, dragon fruit, pineapple, figs, apple, pear, peach, cherry, many more, all buy one, get one free. Then check out the new inflation-fighting price on summer annuals. They're already low-priced at $2.99, but you can mix or match a tray of 18 of your favorites for just $29.99. Get this, All flowering vines are 50% off, and a great selection of citrus starting at just $69.99. Don't forget crepe myrtles. They're 50% off. Prices starting at just $9.99. Now don't wait. Check the ad and hurry to Bob White's Camellia Gardens and Nursery on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Open daily till 4, Saturdays till 3. Keeping Ocala green and growing for 70 years.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Tuesday, Galen Enoff from Life South joins us as he does every day. Thanks to the good folks at Penn Flooring, Just Shipped, and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. Galen, I want to ask you a question. It's sports related, so let's switch gears to sports. I'm a Falcons fan, so I'm not the biggest other team's NFL fan or whatever. But the black eye that continues to stay bruised, and I'm talking about the way the Shield, the Houston Texans, and the Cleveland Browns are handling, obviously, a bad dude, because there's cops that said, they don't agree with the prosecutors. He should have been prosecuted. There's lawsuits. The NFL's, he's got to go in front of a arbitrator judge that is part of the collective bargaining agreement. It looks like that he'll probably face, if anything comes out of it, he'll probably face at least a year suspension for the sexual misconduct or sexual assault, depending on how you look at it. Or whether it's alleged, but because it hadn't been in a court of law yet. But we're talking about Deshaun Watson. This is just not getting any better every day. Every day it just gets worse and worse for not only the Shield, but these two teams. This is a problem for the NFL.
Well, it is, but again, this could have all been avoided if the Browns just hadn't have made this rash decision to sign a guy who everybody in the country who's even a little bit knowledgeable about football knew of the whole. I think there were 100 women that came forward. That's a lot of smoke, right, Tom? I mean, that is a lot.
I don't know of 100 women that will get together and say, hey, we all should ruin this one guy.
No, and the thing is they were all over the country. Everywhere he had been, basically, they had come out against him, and so the Browns, being the Browns, and there's a reason why organizations win and organizations lose. Granted, you could say Baker Mayfield wasn't the guy, right? He wasn't going to take him anywhere, but he sure as heck wasn't a serial rapist. Deshaun Watson is a serial rapist. He's charged with that, I guess I should say, right? I mean. And if half of the women that come forward and their claims are true, he makes Bill Cosby look okay. So they went ahead and signed this guy anyway. The NFL was talking about an indefinite ban, and the minimum will be a year.
That's the minimum, as they're saying, is a year.
And we're not talking about his performance on the field. We really don't know what the year off that has he been throwing. Like if you're another guy in the league, you're going to avoid this guy like the plague. So yeah, there's some real problems here. The NFL has had the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback who was running in traffic. They kind of swept that under the rug. They found out it was drug induced. There's a lot going on in the NFL that they're trying to cover up. The Commanders, being called into Congress.
Yeah.
As dumb as I think that is, it's still a black eye for the league. And this is not a new issue, but the NFL just keeps moving on as if nothing happens. They just ignore it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Shield, it's almost like the people who run the Shield, the commissioner and all who run the NFL, and the owners think, yeah, if we just keep our head down and don't say anything, this will pass because we're the NFL, and we're so popular and so powerful that all this will pass and we'll be good. Just it's almost like it's like when you hit somebody's house or something on the golf course and they don't make eye contact, don't look over there. They won't even know it was us. Don't look over there. Everybody knows it was us. you know.
In the Jerry Jones claim, he had to settle. I mean, this is, the cheerleaders that were involved. I mean, there are a lot of issues going on in the NFL. They got the John Gruden thing.
Yeah.
So you add all that in, but nobody will care because by September we'll be so starved for football that we'll just accept and go. Oh, thank gosh.
People will still buy the Sunday tickets to be.
Thank gosh for the red zone.
And I'm I'm as guilty as anybody. Come Sunday in September, Falcons game will be on my TV. I'll sit down and watch the Falcons game.
And again, we're all culpable for that. But the Browns are going to be bad for a very, very long time because of this decision.
I just don't know I don't know what the NFL, baseball, the 1994 strike.
What they
crippled baseball. I don't know of anything. Sure. I've seen all these things happen in the NFL. I mean, is there anything that's going to, unless there's just a murder on the football field? Because we know murder by football players doesn't stop the game.
No,
Ray Caruth, Aaron Hernandez. I mean,
we could put together, and by the way, I've talked about it. We could put together a pretty good football team with the
people that have been convicted of murder.
Linebacker.
People that have been convicted of murder or involved with murder, obstruction of justice for murder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure. You could literally put together an NFL team. Lawrence Taylor, if you wanted to do anybody who's been arrested in the NFL, you'd have your pick of some pretty good talent. I've got a whole theory on why the NFL is doing so well, but I think a lot of it is the last bastion of where a man can actually show
it's
forth
still gladiators.
And be his masculine.
It's still gladiators.
And she'll show his masculinity. And I really believe.
And the line from Gladiator makes sense. Are you not entertained?
Sure.
And obviously everybody is because the NFL's 365 days a year now.
It's the most popular sport amongst women. It's the most in the United States. It's the most popular sport amongst men. The youth is always interesting with the NFL because it peaks. It stops at about 25. People, a lot of men get re-involved in football. So baseball is growing right now with that same demographic, which I find fascinating. So, I mean, it's the NFL. It's more to watch.
And college football is growing. College football is probably second on the list.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a younger market, believe it or not.
Depending on where you're at. Now, in the Deep South, college football is probably number one. The NFL's number two.
It's not. They talk about it all the time. There's NFL is the number one sport in almost every market. Outside of if that's
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah, correct. Or Lincoln, Nebraska.
Right.
Even in Texas, football is number one.
Oh, Dallas is much bigger than all the Texas schools combined. The Cowboys,
absolutely.
Kidding me?
You can, and where else are you looking at?
And Georgia and Atlanta are neck and neck because it's a bunch of Georgia fans that are still drunk and confused as red and black. They don't know. They think it's a college game.
Yeah, but there are very few places where the NFL isn't king. I mean, it's very, very, very small.
Yeah.
So
you're
nowhere
right
in the Atlantic, or New York, it's not even
California.
It's
very
king. Small, and the college game is very small in places like Chicago, Wisconsin. They love the Packers more than they love
Badgers.
The Badgers.
And they love the Badgers, but they love the Packers more. You're right about that. Minnesota, the Vikings are loved more.
There is no Brett Favre for Wisconsin.
Michigan loves Michigan more than they love Detroit now. We can agree on that. We can agree on that. Hey, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile?
So bad. Hey, Bloodmobile today, we're actually out in the shores, out in the Publix out there, so come check us out. But as always, we're right on the boulevard, lifesouth.org. Please get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood.
Galen, I'll talk to you tomorrow for the last time this week, I'm to understand.
Yeah, I got to go to FSU for orientation.
Oh, well, better you than me, pal. Better you than
my
me.
Second kid off to college.
Well, empty nester.
He does not belong in my house.
Catch up with you tomorrow.
All right, bye all.
He does not belong in my house. You gotta love that. There's no denying that. He does not belong in my house. We'll be back after this timeout on WOCA, The Source. The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're